Some royal tiaras hold centuries of secrets. Once worn by princesses and aristocrats, now vanished without a trace. These jewels once dazzled at coronations, weddings, and royal events, and then disappeared, sold or hidden, leaving only legends behind. So let's explore the world of lost royal tiaras. Before we start, please support my channel by clicking like and subscribe. Poltimore Tiara. Among the treasures of royalty are tiaras that hold centuries-old secrets and leave behind only legends. One such mystery is the Poltimore Tiara, a delicate crown that once adorned the heads of aristocrats and princesses, and today lies forgotten. It was created in the 1870s by the master jewelers at Garnet. Antique diamonds, intricate scrollwork, and the ability to transform into a necklace and brooches made it truly unique. Every detail seemed to whisper a story of royal luxury and elegance. The tiara was worn at grand coronations, formal balls, and even Princess Margaret's wedding. It became a symbol of elegance and status, sparkling in high society salons and at official receptions. But after the princess's death, the tiara vanished from public view. In 2006, at Christie's auction, it sold for an astonishing sum, over £900,000. It went to a private collector and has never been seen in public since. Today, the Poltimore Tiara remains a quiet legend, a forgotten royal treasure awaiting rediscovery. One of the royal treasures that vanished without a trace is Princess Viggo's Garnet tiara, a delicate jewel that once sparkled on the heads of aristocrats and princesses. It was created in the 1930s by Danish jeweler Og Dragsted. Garnets, pearls, and diamonds, the elegant Kokoshnik shape, and the ability to transform into a brooch or a riviere made it truly unique. Every stone seemed to whisper a story of royal luxury and refinement. The tiara was worn at grand balls, weddings, and state visits. It became a symbol of elegance and status, shining in high society salons and at official events in Denmark and Norway, and later within the Rosenberg family. After Countess Ruth's death, the tiara passed to her younger son, and although it was sold at Sotheby's in Geneva in 2014 for 245,000 Swiss francs, the buyer remains unknown, a private collector. Since then, it has not appeared in public. Today, Princess Viggo's Garnet tiara is a quiet royal treasure, forgotten but never truly lost. In June 2025, Lady Astor's turquoise tiara was offered at Bonhams, London for the first time since 1930 and sold for £889,400. The buyer, however, remains anonymous, according to auction press releases and news reports. This stunning piece was crafted by Cartier, featuring carved turquoise palmettes and leaves mounted over an antique diamond scroll base originally made by Boucheron and later adapted by Cartier. It first entered the Astor family in 1930 when it was purchased by Viscount Astor. Nancy, Viscountess Astor, famously wore the tiara to the premiere of City Lights in 1931 in London, seated next to Charlie Chaplin and George Bernard Shaw. Over the decades, the tiara was worn by family members, including Lady Astor's sister for court presentations and her granddaughter, Lady Jane Heathcote Drummond Willoughby, at the 1953 Coronation Gala. Today, Lady Astor's turquoise tiara remains a captivating example of high jewelry, a quiet yet unforgettable treasure, intertwining royal elegance, social glamour, and the mystery of its new owner. Queen Nazli's Tiara by Van Cleef Arpels, a luxurious masterpiece that once sparkled on the heads of aristocrats and princesses. It was created around 1939 to celebrate the wedding of Princess Fauzia of Egypt to the future Shah of Iran. The tiara was set with over 700 diamonds, and it came with a matching bib necklace of approximately 600 diamonds in the elegant Art Deco style. Every stone seemed to whisper a story of royal luxury and refinement. Queen Nazli wore the set at lavish wedding banquets, state receptions, and official portraits. The tiara shone in high society salons and at major events in Egypt and Iran, becoming a symbol of status and royal elegance. After Queen Nazli settled in the United States and her finances became limited, the tiara was sold at Sotheby's, New York in 1975. Since then, its buyer has remained unknown, a private collector, and the tiara has not appeared publicly. Today, Queen Nazli's tiara remains a quiet royal treasure, forgotten, but never truly lost. The diamond honeysuckle tiara of the Marchioness of Sligo, a delicate piece that once sparkled on the heads of aristocrats and princesses. It was created by the prestigious jeweler Garnet, adorned with large diamond palmettes, interwoven with smaller lilies, forming a graceful honeysuckle motif. The tiara entered the family before the 20th century and became a symbol of elegance and aristocratic prestige. The tiara was worn at major British coronations. The 5th Marchioness of Sligo at the coronation of King George V and Queen Mary in 1911, and the 6th Marchioness at the coronation of George VI and Queen Elizabeth in 1937. It shone at state receptions and official events, becoming a symbol of royal luxury. Before the 1953 coronation, the tiara was sold at Christie's on 18 March 1953. Since then, its current owner remains unknown, and the tiara has not appeared publicly. In the world of royal jewels, some treasures whisper of vanished courts and forgotten queens. Among these lost wonders is the diamond wheat sheaf tiara, an early 19th century masterpiece that once glittered in imperial salons and now rests in the hush of a private collection. Crafted by the legendary Parisian jeweler Nitot, the imperial jeweler of Napoleon, the tiara blossomed with 14 detachable wheat sheaves, each sparkling with old-cut cushioned diamonds. It was a marvel of versatility, a tiara, a necklace, a spray of brooches, a constellation of hair ornaments woven from light and history. Its most illustrious wearer was Queen Therese of Bavaria, a queen of the Napoleonic age, whose jewels reflected the rise of a new European kingdom. This tiara formed part of the regalia that tied Bavaria to France, monarchy to empire, craftsmanship to grandeur. In 2024, the tiara resurfaced at Sotheby's, estimated at 110,000 to 160,000 Swiss francs, and vanished again just as swiftly. Sold, but to whom remains a mystery. Today, the diamond wheat sheaf tiara stands as a silent royal relic, gone from public view, hidden in the shadows, waiting for the moment it may shine once more. Among historical royal jewels, some tiaras that once adorned empresses and princesses have vanished without a trace. One of these is the diamond Kokoshnik tiara of Tarina Alexeievna, crafted in 1803 by court jeweler J. Duval. It featured large diamond pendants, including a heart-shaped diamond accented with pear-shaped and round diamonds forming a radiant sunburst motif. The tiara passed to Alexeievna from the widow of Empress Maria Feodorovna and appears in miniatures and portraits from the early 19th century. Later, it was worn by members of the Grand Ducal family until Emperor Nicholas II purchased it in 1908. After the revolution, the tiara remained in Petrograd, was photographed by Soviet authorities in 1922, and then disappeared from public view. Experts suggest it may have been dismantled and sold in parts, or possibly remains hidden in a vault. Another significant piece of the period was the diadem of ancient pearls, also worn by Tarina Alexandra Feodorovna. This tiara was composed of hundreds of diamonds, including a large heart-shaped diamond and ancient pearls with dangling pearl drops. Alexandra was one of the few Romanov empresses photographed wearing this tiara. Being state property, it did not leave the country with the imperial family and vanished after 1922. In October 2025, the world learned of a daring heist at the Louvre, during which 9 royal jewels vanished from the Apollo Gallery, including a sapphire set with a tiara, necklace, and earrings. The tiara alone featured 24 sapphires and 1,083 diamonds, and once belonged to Queens Marie-Amélie and Hortense. The Louvre had acquired 5 pieces of this set in 1985. Today, there is great concern that the precious stones and metals could be melted down or repurposed, making identification and recovery nearly impossible. At the same time, the pearl tiara of Empress Eugenie, which had been housed at the Louvre, was also stolen. This tiara, a wedding gift from Napoleon III in 1853, was composed of 212 pearls and 1,998 diamonds, with 7 elegant stems, large overlaid pearls, and decorative diamond-accented leaf motifs. Empress Eugenie wore it in portraits and during state visits, and after the fall of the Second French Empire, it remained in France before eventually being placed in the Louvre, where it stayed until the theft. These 2 incidents highlight how historical royal treasures can vanish without a trace, even when preserved in world-class museums. Their current whereabouts remain unknown, leaving both Empress Eugenie's pearl tiara and the Louvre's sapphire set as symbols of beauty, grandeur, and the fragile nature of historical legacy.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons.